Hey guys. All right, I'm a little too little. Okay, let me get right. Hey guys, how are you? Happy Sunday. What's going on? Maybe I should do this. Okay. Hey guys, what's going on? Happy Sunday guys. Let's get some Sundays in the chat. What is going on everybody? Happy Sunday everyone. Okay guys, we're going to get into it. I actually it's like who's calling me? Hold on just one second, please, guys. Girl, it's like I don't know if they're calling to tell us that school's back. Like we know school's back tomorrow. Girl, we're ready for school to come back tomorrow. I don't even know what it was. I cut them off. I should have just let it be answered. Anyway, happy Sunday, everybody. I hope everyone's had a wonderful day. We had a really nice day, kind of like an unexpected day. I was getting ready to go live like around 11:30 something this morning over on Love Lies and Lace Fronts, and my husband's cousin called us. Um, Bougie cousin that came to hang out with me the day that we were out and about, minding Peter's business downtown. And she called and her and her partner took us out and it was so nice. I was like, it was so nice to be taken out to dinner. So, because normally, like when we're going out, it's usually just us three. And then actually to have a dinner invitation was very nice. We enjoyed it very much. So if you're listening right now, thank you, sis, cousin. Thank you. Thank you, cousin that feels more like a sister. So sweet. So that was really nice. We enjoyed that very, very, very much. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like that was very sweet. And also just, um when you have a particular plan for the day and then it's like just a pleasant surprise of doing something else, right? I'm looking good. Thank you. Thank you. My braids are holding up. Um I washed my swoops. I washed my edges. And then you guys know I got the Fulani. So I love these. I had my hair kind of up. Um and then today I kind of rolled it. If you've ever wondered about these braids are really nice. So they end up with the boxes, you'll have knotless, and then on the sides cornrows, and then you've got your regular box. I think she did just regular knotless in the back. And it's so painless. Like if you experience pain with like traditional braids, knotless are really amazing. Um, I got grilled shrimp, a sweet potato, and broccoli. And Farrah had wings, like some sort of macaroni and cheese. She's still a kid. My husband got salmon, asparagus. What else did he get? Oh, Brussels sprouts. Okay. He's we eat bad, but we also eat healthy. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want y'all to think it's all because sis is juicy over here. Okay. Let me leave him alone. Okay. Um, yes. Where did we go? We went to Longhorn Steakhouse. It was it was fun. It was nice. And it was like the nice little after church crowd. Girl, somebody came in with their full length fur coat, and I was like, yes, 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 yes. Okay. It's cold outside. Anyway, let's get to it, guys. I really wanted to talk about what's going on with Rickey Smiley. Um, I got a lot of questions. I'm not gonna lie. I have a lot of questions. He uploaded a video on his YouTube. Let's see. I don't even know who this woman is, but hold on a second. Girl, we don't know her. We don't know her, but it's just weird to me. It was very weird and very strange, and I'm sure you guys feel the same way. Um, Let me move over here to the side. Is this gonna be good? Let's see. I'm sorry. I'm just like, sir, this really don't make any sense. What I want to know is how what what I want to know is what psychological services they're offering to these children to understand why uncle or whatever they were calling you is now your daddy. Where does that happen? I want to understand a little bit more how you go from being family friend to father, and the kids are spending all kinds of time with you. The kids are getting piggyback rides on your neck. I just want to understand a little bit more. I'm not trying to talk bad about Mr. Smiley. I'm just trying to understand how two kids that were friends of the family kids that are the product of a woman you used to date, who obviously you're still friends with and is coming to the house and coming to family functions, and you didn't recognize no parts of you, but also this woman was a good enough friend as an ex-girlfriend to bring her kids to your house. She's dating someone else, and all of a sudden they're your kids, and you go from Mr. Smiley to Daddy Smiley. I just want to know how that works. I mean, do you guys understand? Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you. I was curious because I was like, maybe it's just, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it's just me because girl, the math's too strange. More kids, wait, okay, let me stop. More kids and more kids. Okay. Let's hear what Sir has to say.
I went into their house as their father for the first time.
What did that feel like?
It was their birthday. I came in with flowers and balloons. I had already sent cake and edible around. I was just sending stuff. I know I probably drove her crazy. I feel so bad now. I was just over.
You came into the house for the first time as their father on their birthday, of which you have missed numerous. And the birthdays that they were in your presence for was your grandson, who's not your grandson, who's a family friend. Like, it's weird. What kind of counseling do these kids get to understand like the dynamics of these very strange relationships? I know it's 2025 and we have been indoctrinated and socialized to accept a lot. This is weird to me. It really is. It's just strange. Like, all of a sudden, not to say that doesn't happen and this is not something that could happen, because obviously it's happening, right? But I just don't believe the story. I think that this story may seem like it would have worked when they created this storyline, like, oh, this is a good way for us to introduce, like, it's the details for me. It's too many everything's going to be okay type details, and um you're not mad? You're not mad that these kids were walking around for 5 years and you didn't know who they were? You're not mad at the woman who had these children playing in your face for 5 years and all of a sudden you find out that those are your kids? Like, you have no emotions of your kids being under another man for 5 years and you also not even recognizing that those are your kids? Like, that's just strange, right? Why would she need to ask him about medicine? Okay, let's listen. Let's listen to this. I don't want to say lie story, but let's listen to this storyline. Let's listen to the storyline of how Rickey Smiley probably is playing PR control over having some more kids in his life that are like, where'd these kids come from? Whose kids are these? Okay.
Really excited. I didn't tell my family for a whole month. I didn't tell them for a whole month. I spent time.
That's another thing. So you didn't tell your family. I wonder what he means by that. Did you not tell your daughter? Did you not tell like the closest people to you? Did you not tell your mother, your whomever's alive? You told nobody for a whole entire month. So on top of the 5 years that you've seen these kids have been to your house, the people know these kids. On top of all of that, you find out that you have these twins and you still keep it a secret. Is that what you're saying? So you still keep it a secret because you want to get to know them on your own. Okay.
Time with them where I can develop a relationship and they could be focused on me. And I can.
Don't you already have a relationship? Weren't they already coming to your house? I thought he said they were already coming to his house. I don't believe it. I think that I'm assuming these are his kids. Like, I don't know. He didn't show us the paternity test. What I'm gonna say is, I'm assuming these are his children, but he's trying to come up with a story why they're gonna start being featured, and they're gonna be used for content. They're all over the place. These might be some damn content kids. I hate to say it. And if they're not content kids, they come off like content kids because you have been using them for content since you introduced them, period. Okay. They've been content kids all weekend.
Could be focused on
All
them.
weekend
And
and,
then the way I
and
rolled
all
it out
holiday
was
season.
I had the whole family to come together thinking that they were going to a memorial dinner for Brandon. And I got on stage and thank everybody.
So you had people coming thinking that they were going to a memorial for your son who passed away untimely, tragically, all of those things. And you used that opportunity to introduce the two girls. Your adult son who's gone, who died tragically, you're bringing in two innocent 5-year-olds into this mess and drama rather than give them their own platform, give them their own opportunity to meet everybody, have relationships, but you're using them as like what, a tissue? Are you using them as kind of like a cookie? Like, don't cry, everybody. Guess what I got? I got two twin girls. Be happy, everybody. You know, when someone dies that you love, it is okay to grieve. Having a memorial for someone that you love and actually focusing on them, having laughs, having time to talk about memories, good times, bad times, all of those things are really part of the process. And it kind of takes away from the grieving and the healing to sit up there and then introduce a whole new set of people to almost take the place because he's running with this theme of God will give you double for your trouble. So you're saying that he replaced your son in your life with these twins that were in your face, but somebody was playing in your face and you didn't know were yours, and just miraculously, I think a great time to introduce them to everybody is at the memorial service. I I just, this is so strange to me. Okay, um let's listen all the way through.
I had the whole family to come together thinking that they were going to a memorial dinner for Brandon. And I got on stage and thank everybody for coming. I said, God gonna give you double for your trouble. And I said, I want to announce that I said, a daughter. I want y'all to meet Allison. And they brought her on stage. My oldest daughter, like her, under her eyes was just trembling. And she had her baby and she jumped up on the stage and she picked her up and grabbed her so quick, like my sister. They were shocked. And then I said, God will give you what? They say double for your trouble. I bought that other twin, that other identical twin out.
I bought that other one, the other twin. I bought that other one out. That other twin. And maybe because he just doesn't know how to speak, but it's like I bought that other one out.
I would give you what? They say double for your trouble. I bought that other twin, that other identical twin out. They lost it. Allison and Alyssa, biological twin daughters. Right before the 1-year anniversary of my son's death, I found out I have 5-year-old.
Wait, if you do the math, he found out a year ago based on him saying it was almost a year to the date his son's death, which was in 2023. Because I was thinking, I was like, that wasn't last year. So he's known about the kids for 2 years. Okay. So he's known about them for 2 years. He told his family a month after he found out, which would have been a month after his son passed away. Okay. So he had everyone thinking a month. So let's just, okay. So the son died 2 years ago. He told the family a month after that about the girls, right? He had everyone thinking they were going to a memorial for the twins when he said he waited a month after he found out. So if it was a year out, so it was last year, they're going to a memorial for the son. And then, so this was still a year ago. So 2 years ago, his son died. A year later, he finds out about the twins. He waits a month to tell his family. Then he waits a whole nother year to tell us. Boy, you need to stop. Okay. All right, let's listen. It's a bit much. It is. It is, but guess what? Um maybe he wanted to tell it before it got told. You know what I mean? Obviously it's being told, okay? He wanted to jump in front of his own tea. Okay.
Oh, identical twin, beautiful daughters. Identical twin daughters. I got a phone call from an ex-girlfriend. She went to court, found out that those identical twin daughters was not her ex-boyfriend.
Okay, so your ex-girlfriend went to court. She found out that the twins were not the boyfriends. When? When did she do that? And so you were dealing with someone who was also dealing with someone else. So she went to court on some child support. They did a DNA test and they said he is not the father. And she had to think, well, gosh, who else was I screwing? Let me call old Ricky. Let me call Ricky. Okay. Let me call old Tricky Ricky and say, sir, guess what? I need for you to go over there. What's that place called that Maury uses? Girl, I need for you to go take a DNA test because guess what? He's not the father. I thought he was, but he's not. So a girl that you had been dating went to court to go see about some child support, I'm assuming. They found out that the man was not the father. She had to pick up her face. That's what happened, right? She had to pick up her face and think, who was I screwing? And she said, let me call Tricky Ricky. Let me call Ricky. Okay. And babe, are you laughing? I hear my husband laughing in the background. He said, Ricky. Oh, Ricky, guess what? You might be the father. Okay. Guess what? I had a DNA test. Guess what? You know, them twins that have had a different, that had a different dad for like all this time. Remember them kids I bought to your grandson's, who's not your grandson, birthday party? Guess what? They might be yours. Do you mind going to do a DNA test, please?
The whole time, yeah, they are my biological daughter.
Let me just clear up.
Sound like some old screwing in the middle of the night type mess.
The moment, y'all. Ricky just announced that he has
Nobody really
surprise
cares.
twins, and he just found out.
Ready for this? Been knowing them their whole life. They've been coming over to Grayson's birthday parties and play dates, playing on the swing set, all of that stuff. Phone calls when they were sick. What should I do? Should I give them this?
You did not feel any.
So some lady is calling you, asking you about, should I give them some baby Tylenol? Should I give them some Advil? Do you think I need to run them to the doctor? Why is this woman who you used to screw, who's got a boyfriend, who thinks that these kids belong to someone else, is calling you to ask you advice? Is it because you're dad of the year? Is he running? I didn't know he won dad of the year. I did not know. Girl, it's a Christmas miracle. It's a Christmas miracle. Why Ricky sounding like he's having a Nesto moment? Because he is having a Nesto. He's having a I got caught up in the game and I'm trying to make it make sense. Okay, we're gonna listen to it. Keep going. We're gonna watch all the
Any sort of connection, you did not see anything that's like, dang, that reminds me of me, or that reminds me of my son or my daughter.
Yeah, I just thought, since I was, older, that I had no idea, because I haven't had no kids since Malik.
Yeah.
When I tell you that's the first time I saw the sun again during that dark hour, the sun came back out.
How old were they when you found out you were the father?
4, almost 5. And on their 5th birthday, I went into their house.
4 days. 4 years. 4 months. Keep them close, but don't tell nobody. Okay. Ooh, keep them close. Don't tell nobody on their 5th birthday. Okay, girl.
As their father.
Mm.
Hey everybody, thank y'all for checking out my interview. Thank y'all for the kind and positive comments. Sometimes people just want to share. I just couldn't, be showing my grandkids and other kids, and don't share that
Grandkids and
blessing
other
with you as well.
kids.
God is good. God allowed that to happen. On the 1-year anniversary of my son's death, God was like, here you go. And they have definitely been a blessing to my life. I call them lifesavers, along with my granddaughter, Denver. But my twins, I actually call them lifesavers. I think they really saved my life, kept me distracted, gave me something to do, something to look forward to. And it's been nothing but awesome. The co-parenting is top tier. And it's been nothing but fun, nothing but laughs, hugs, kisses.
So look, and that's his business. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like, okay, because I was reading on Facebook. It's your business, but you brought everyone into it now, and you are doing a lot of talking about it. It's almost like he's going to do a strawberry letter, because I was looking on his Facebook, and he said he's going to talk about it tomorrow. So it's almost like, I'm not saying he's doing a strawberry letter, but it's giving strawberry letter-ish. On tomorrow's Rickey Smiley show, he's going to talk about it, allegedly. Let me see where he put it up. He said he was going to talk about it. And I'm just like, sir, what? Okay. Okay, let's keep going. He said they're
And
lifesavers.
everybody that left a positive comment, I really want to thank you. Of course, I seen some Section 8 element comments or whatever, people that want to take that blessing and turn it into mess, or just
Why has it
something
got to
that
be
they could
Section
talk
8?
about and blog about, all that stuff. But man, God moved.
You're a single man, allegedly. Whatever woman you got around, we don't know. But you're a single man who seems to acquire lots of folks' children randomly. Okay. And it may not be random to you, but it seems random to us. And people are going to act like we didn't need to know about these kids. They could have just been some kids hanging around. Why they got to be Section 8? Ain't nobody in no Section 8. Okay, everybody is not Section 8, sir. Just because you're wealthy, just because you're a wealthy, rich radio guy who decided to tell everybody his business. Hold on one second. Why everybody got to be Section 8? I love how when rich people get so jaded to think that everybody else is poor. First, and then also, even if somebody is on Section 8, why does that make them a bad person? Because they're asking a question about something you decided to put out, and you're a grown ass man with some damn random kids. Didn't we see Diddy with like a random, not Love? We know how Love came about. Love is the product of one of the girlfriends. But he had a random little white girl one day and was talking about she's so and so Combs, and we've never seen her again. At least I haven't seen her again. I don't know what happened to her or if that was just something that didn't work out, but he just seems to be picking up kids from places and everybody's his kid, everyone's his grandchild, everybody's this, everyone's that. It's just weird. It's strange, right?
Mysterious ways, and I just count it all joy. Thank y'all so much, and more videos to come, more pictures to come. It's brought me a lot of joy. I hope it brought some joy to your life. But if we get nothing else out of this message, that God will give you double.
Look, this is my thing. You having twins brings no joy to my life. I don't care. You know what I mean? I got my own kid. Okay. Is it nice for you? Like, oh, that's so nice. Good for you. Why would your family dynamic bring joy to my life? It's the leech or succubus mentality of his thought process of his fan group for me. Why is this announcement bringing joy? Like, okay, I don't know that it brings joy. It's joy for you. That's nice for you. You know what I mean? I think he's the way this came out, it's kind of a curiosity a little bit. Like, sir, what's going on here? It just sounds like a not well orchestrated, someone thought this was going to be a well-crafted storyline to introduce two children into his lifestyle and make it make sense. I think the truth would have brought less questions. There's so many questions, this can't be real. On top of the fact, the kids don't even look like him.
It has been nothing but a blessing. So we good over here. God is just.
I feel like this is Debbie
amazing.
Rowe.
All right, y'all have a blessed day. Peace.
This is giving Debbie Rowe and damn Paris and damn what's his name? Blanket and what's that other boy's name? King Michael. It's giving Blanket, Paris, and King Michael. Okay. It's giving, what was the name? It's giving Mr. Drummond. It's giving Rickey Smiley Drummond. It's giving how he ended up with Willis and what was the little boy's name? Arnold. Where's Mrs. Garrett? It's giving it's giving Phil Drummond, okay? It's giving it's giving what's going on here, sir? It's giving I need some content. I need some kids to bring me into my next like decade. I need to solidify my next 20-30 million dollars and let me get some cute kids to help me rebrand and be dad of the year, okay? Do you mind? Or you know what? I think it's time. I know I shitted you and I know I told you that I could not take care of these kids and I would just write you a check once a year, but it's time for the kids to make their debut as the Smiley twins, okay? All right? All right, with the different strokes of it all, okay?
Hey everybody, thank y'all for checking out my interview. Thank y'all for the kind and positive comments. Sometimes people just want to share. I just couldn't, be showing my grandkids and other kids and don't share that blessing with you as well. God is good.
I couldn't just show you my grandchildren. I couldn't show you the new dynamic to my family. Why is it so hard for people to get a decent PR person? Can we talk about that in 2025? Can we get a PR person who actually speaks decent English and can write a sentence and can formulate something that makes sense to social media? Can we do that? Because these people who are working, some of these people's social media are awful. They're awful. And they got people out here looking like this on a Sunday, looking stupid trying to explain something that really probably shouldn't have even been talked about.
God allowed that to happen. On the 1 year anniversary of my son's death, God was like, here you go. And they have definitely been a blessing to my life. I call them lifesavers, along with my granddaughter, Denver. But my twins, I actually call them lifesavers. I think they really saved my life, kept me distracted, gave me something to do, something
Can you get some beard oil and some moisturizer?
to look forward to. And it's been nothing but awesome. The co-parenting is top tier. And it's been nothing but fun, nothing but laughs,
I think
hugs,
he
kisses.
replayed this.
You know, and everybody that left a positive comment, I really want to thank you. You know, of course, I seen some Section 8 element comments or whatever, people that want to take that blessing and turn it into mess.
So Section 8 element. So anyone who follows Rickey Smiley understand that he has a certain idea about you because you may need supplemental government assistance for your housing because you're not a rich radio person like him. Isn't that sad? Isn't that awful? Isn't that so elitist? Isn't it just a shame how some people forget where they came from? Because everybody didn't come up poor. And doesn't mean everybody is rich just because you didn't come up poor. But at the end of the day, if you've got someone who meets the poverty line and they have Section 8, why is it that you have to blanket statement on people who need subsidized government housing as less than, and their ideas and commentary less than? Okay. That's I would be offended if I were a Rickey Smiley stan and I were on Section 8. I would be very insulted. But considering I'm not either of those two things, it's just like you're shitty. That's what that gives to me. I think it's just a little bit shitty. But he said Section 8 quality, so I don't know what that means. Does that mean because you're, I don't know. It's just not nice. It's not nice. Okay. All right, let's finish that and then we'll go over to Instagram.
Or just something that they could talk about and blog about, all that stuff. But
well, why would you put it out? You put it out on the blogs. You didn't. I mean, did he put it out on? He's supposed to be talking about it on Monday, which is, I guess, tomorrow, right? You put it out on Instagram. You put it out on TikTok. You put it out. You did a interview. You reposted the highlight reel, a 6-minute highlight reel, giving like the top updates, and you put it on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, and you, with some good sense, think you didn't want anyone to talk about it. Does that make sense, y'all? Yeah, he could have been just like, oh, who are those two girls? And we would have been seeing them so long that it would have been like, oh yeah, those are his daughters. Those are his daughters, right? Or whoever, they're just two cute girls with the man, right? And one day when he's like, my daughter's just graduated from high school, and they'd be like, isn't his daughter grown AF? No, the twins that's always been with him, those were his love children from when he used to fillet that lady who was with another man, right? Or he was so concerned about his career. Maybe we don't know about this woman, right? It sounds like he said he was addressing the Section 8 comment. He said it was some Section 8 quality comments. Hold on, let me.
Well, God is good. God,
he said,
the 1 year anniversary of my son's death, they have definitely been a blessing to my life. I actually call them lifesavers. I think they really saved my life, kept me distracted, gave me something to do, something to look forward to. And it's been nothing but awesome. The co-parenting is top tier. And it's been nothing but fun, nothing but laughs, hugs, kisses. You know, and everybody that left a positive comment, I really want to thank you. You know, of course, I seen some Section 8 element comments or whatever.
He said he saw some Section 8 element comments. So it sounds like he said he was addressing the Section 8 comment. No, he said Section 8 element comments. So I don't know. I guess it's up for interpretation. I'm not sure what was meant by that. So I take it as someone made a comment about Section 8 and he's addressing he said Section 8 element. So I think he's talking about poor people. I think he's talking about people who are on Section 8 and making them some sort of inferior quality person. That's how I took it. I don't what would he have to do on Section 8? I'm sure the mother's not on Section 8. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what Section 8 would have to do with it other than I think he's probably wanted to use a different word than ghetto. So maybe he thought that Section 8, putting people in a category of Section 8 as subpar. I'm not really sure. If there was a Section 8 comment, you guys let me know. Let me see. He meant to say elementary. Maybe he meant to say Section 8 elementary. No, he said Section 8 element. This is a man who talks for a living. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he said what he meant and he meant what he said. I think we're trying to understand that someone who's sitting in a mansion, someone who makes a lot of money could be so blatantly rude to people who may need government assistance for housing, and he puts them in a category. So he's basically equating the comments to a Section 8 element that that's the way I took it. Is this the way to center yourself when we revisit the the Cat interview anniversary? Why else are we in a group chat? Okay. Is this the way to center himself when we revisit? You know, it's so funny. I was telling my husband the other day, I was like, gosh, it would be so good if Shannon would have Kat back on a year later and just talk about all of the nonsense that occurred. And almost everyone gives him credit for calling it out in one way or another, right? Okay, let's keep going. And thank you for supporting. I appreciate you. Okay, let's keep going. But that's what he said. Let's go over to, I feel like I saw on Facebook, he said that they were going to talk about it on Monday's show. Today's the 5th. Let's see. I'll be talking about, okay, let me show this. He says, I'll be talking about my surprise twins tomorrow on the show. So listen at 8:22 a.m. Eastern. I also talked about my daughters in my book, Sideshow, which is available on RickeySmiley.com, sideshowbook.com, and anywhere where books are sold. Okay. The kids are in the book in case you missed it. That's what he's saying. So, oh, I was in the way. Hold on. Okay. 8:22. It's going to be like somewhat of a. I just thought, oh, it's his version of Strawberry Letter. He's going to talk about it tomorrow, 8:22, and okay. All right, let's go. So what happened on TikTok? He's been showing the girls. He really didn't post much, and then you see him. This must have been the anniversary because when was this? 24. So if his son died in, hold on. The morning of the ovation, 12/9/24. Here's the little girl. Here's Christmas. I feel like I remember this post. So you're saying, Okay, I'm not gonna lie, those pinto beans do look good. Okay. The ham looks yummy. Here's the girls. So they've been around like for a minute on his timeline. Okay, so Debrat has her baby, and there's no time to say, okay. Okay, let's see. All right, we're gonna go back up in a second. Girl, giving Lil Daryl. That was his son performing. His son looked just like him. He looks happy. Where's the lifesavers? So he kept them off of his social media. He's had them. So they were here in October. So he says he talked about them in his book. Did nobody read his book? Is that what happened? Nobody really was paying attention. So he's got the kids picking fruits and vegetables, but maybe nobody. He always seems to have a whole bunch of kids around. Okay, that's the granddaughter. Okay. All right. Let's go back up. So this is what he's been posting since the holidays. So the kids were, he said, 4. Okay. And then now they're with I don't know if that's the grandson, the girls, and then the granddaughter. So I didn't know I could have them with my grandkids and the other kids. Let me see what you guys are saying. How does he have a garden? Girl. He might have gone to like the damn farmer's market. We don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, girl, photo op. Let me drop the call in and see what you guys have to say. Now, did I ever really listen? I can't say I ever really listened to Rickey Smiley in the morning like that. For me, it was more like Dish Nation. And occasionally it would just depend. But the internet, you'll catch something when something happens, right? It's like, who doesn't listen to a little bit of everybody now, right? Is that Shirley's piano? Girl, it might be. Shirley, is that your piano? Is that your piano? He's the old man who lived in a shoe, okay? He seems to take care of all his bio kids and those he took in, so I don't believe that he would have a problem taking care of these two had known from the beginning. And he might have been. You know what I mean? I don't even know if that's the question. It's more so like, why now and why this explanation? And then why kind of like, are you annoyed, mad, concerned that the internet is talking about it? Of course, people have questions. That's what the internet's just doing what the internet does, which is ask questions, right? That's what we do. So to be mad when he does the same thing every day, don't they get on here and talk about hot topics every day on Dish Nation and his show? Don't they talk about what happened to this one, that one, everyone, every day, all day? Current news. I mean, isn't that what they do? Don't they talk about news and current events and hot topics and celebrity news and so's this and so's that? So how does he think that he's exempt from that when you drop something in a way that's going to make people want to talk about it? Come on now. Does that even make sense? Maybe under 40. I'm not really sure. I heard maybe like late 30s. Let me pull this up. Hold on a second. So now it's like their content. They're being featured on his page. He's talking about them,
Down to sleep.
teaching them how to pray. Which one is that one? Is that Allison or the other one? He said Allison came out and then we bought that other twin out. When he said and that other we bought that other twin out, I was like, "What, sir? What? Is that how we talk about the kids? We bought out one twin and then we bought out that other twin." So he's got them in the car asleep. You got to put music on everything. Okay. This was weird to me. This is again back to the dynamic of didn't they just find out that didn't they think someone else was their dad? I just find that strange for kids to have to pivot like that for I don't know. Maybe this is all just the story they're telling us, but it just seems weird that you have kids thinking that one person is their dad for 4 years. They can talk, they can walk, they can everything. And then now all of a sudden, oh, you know Mr. Smiley, you know Uncle Smiley, you know Tricky Ricky, you know Mr. Drummond, we go over to his nice big house. Guess what? That's really your daddy. Mommy took her behind to court and found out your daddy is really not your daddy. And guess what? Mommy lucked out. Mommy lucked out on the rich daddy, on my rich baby daddy. Okay. This is okay. Wave, wave. He bet okay. Okay. The one girl, look at Grayson's like, look, I'm tired of this. When's them girls going home? Grayson looking like I gotta share him now. Look, Grayson looking like now I gotta share him. Yup. Those are his daughters, not and Grayson is someone else's kid. Let the truth be told. Grayson is not even a grandson. Grayson is the son of someone else. Girl, he knew. That's what they're saying. I feel really sad for the guy who thought he was the father, felt that he was played. Blessings to everyone. Grayson said, damn, where they come from, taking my spot. Look, Grayson got big feet. Look at that. Guys, we have a caller.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. I just came to be messy. My cousin was one of his sugar babies.
Who?
My cousin was one of his Ricky's sugar babies for some
Oh.
years, and
Mm.
he's got a nasty attitude. From my understanding, he can be very nasty to his women, but he takes care of you. So the benefit was there. Like you got to put up with his shitty attitude sometimes, but he will he'll take even he even took care of my older cousin, her mother, like making checking in on her, making sure
Mm.
you had rides and took her to church and barbecues and but well after My cousin found another because she's a professional sugar baby. So
Mm.
I wouldn't be surprised if all these kids weren't his because she wasn't the only one. He's a professional trick. He just has a nasty attitude. But you're not there for his attitude.
So he incorporates the kids and he might come up with a story. Is that what you're saying? So
I
Grayson even could be his kid. Is that what you're saying?
I'm
But it
thinking
could
so.
be like, oh,
Well,
he's just randomly like well,
he
he's here.
he
He's a
I thought he portrayed Grayson as his grandchild.
that's yeah.
So,
He's supposed to be like the son of one of his daughter's friends, something like that, who just lets
girl,
him. It's like Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Like, or
mm,
can I just drop my kid off for a couple of years? You know what I mean? Like on some
I'll
Neverland Ranch.
from my understanding is this, and I have also observed this too. He does want the kids to have like a father figure. So he does try to. He will, even if it's his secret baby or not. I'm just speculating. I don't know. I just go by. I've gone by what I've been told. Is that he enjoys kids. He enjoys being around them. He enjoys the tutelage of like the rearing years of making sure that they have all the right
Not the
elements.
rearing years. Okay.
Make they have the right elements of being a productive like old school southern qualities that kind of maybe aren't instilled in kids as much anymore. So he, wants to make sure they say their prayers, but
But wait a second, whilst keeping them secret. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the
well,
dichotomy of the hypocrisy for me.
he's a
If
hoe.
that's the case. You know what I'm
He,
saying? Like, okay, that doesn't really
I mean, he still likes his women's. I mean, but
well, he can just be Nick Cannon with it. Like, okay.
but that wouldn't be like the church vibe that he likes to give off, that holy vibe.
Well,
Yeah, so he is a from my understanding, I have never been with a man, but he still very much checks in with my older cousin. Like he tried to get back with my younger cousin. She's older. He's age appropriate too when he's dating. He doesn't go for like super young women. I'm 41, so she's got to be 44. He still tried to get back with her, and she wasn't down with the attitude. He still has a nasty attitude. He has an entitled attitude when it
he's
comes to
giving
his
grumpy
money.
old man. He's
Yes.
giving I can have it my way because I'm paying.
Yes, pretty much.
Hmm.
I mean, I could probably deal with it. I'm not gonna lie to you. Whatever. I would ignore you and just take your
Hmm.
money. But
Oh.
I think she was just tired of it, and she doesn't have any kids. And I understand if you don't have any kids, you don't want to be around kids all the time. And he incorporates his kids a lot. I shouldn't say his kids, the kids a lot in everything he
Hmm.
does. So I wouldn't be surprised if all of these children have are some relation to him, like true blood relation, and I mean that like in a paternal lineage kind of thing.
Right.
So,
I
but
mean,
yes,
it would make sense. I mean, I just don't. I always have a hard time reconciling people who think it's okay to just give your kids to somebody random to watch, take care of, or I thought it would be a good idea for him to spend, so just weird. If that's his kids, then I get it. If it's not his kids, then I don't get it. So yeah, if they were kind of like this is the cover story, we're just going to tell the world these are my grandkids, or this is the cover story, I'm going to pretend like I don't know, but I really do know type thing, then I get that too. You know what I'm saying? So I guess it's just all in what story, what angle you're kind of accepting at this time. You know what I mean?
I don't think his audience would accept. I mean, he still has like a very Christian Christian based audience, and he's very preachy. So I don't think his audience would accept him just being doing a Nick Cannon and having all these kids out of wedlock if he just
Just
came
being
out.
open. It's better.
Hmm.
It's more acceptable covert and making up lies and stories. As
Yes,
long as you
these
make up a good enough lie and story to cover it up, we'll accept it. Like, oh, isn't that cute? Look at them cute little girls.
Sapphire, well, she's concurring what I understand the experience is. He's not a great personality to be around. He might be fun with his friends, but
Hmm.
he's very much, from my understanding, again, this is all alleged. Um, he has an ego, but again, he pays. He will give you what you want. Like you ask for
Mhm.
some rent on a consistent basis, and you give him what he wants. You just got to deal with a funky attitude. You ask for some,
And like a lot of men, that's not exclusive to, I would say that is not exclusive to him. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Some men, especially of a certain age, they become grumpy. Okay.
yes,
Also, if they really just want what they want, they like their solitude, they like their peace, they don't want to deal with a whole lot, and you come with a whole lot, they you know what I'm saying? Like after a little time, they might be ready for you to go.
yeah, and I think and I think with my
Some people are
cousins,
definitely single for a reason. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Whatever their reason might be, they're single and that's the way they like it.
I think he likes to be single, but he likes to have his women. And like I said, he's very age appropriate. He doesn't go for super young women where he's
I
manipulating
mean,
their
and if he
minds.
did, as long as they're adult, that's his, you know what I'm saying? That's his prerogative. I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? People can date who they want. I don't, you know what I'm saying? If he were dating 25-year-olds, that would be fine. If he wants to date a 45-year-old, that's fine. That's his business. You know what I mean? I was
Yeah, I
reading a
mean,
story about this pastor who, I don't know how old his wife is now. When they got married, she was 18. And is he like 63? Did you see that
ooh,
story?
no,
Yeah.
no.
Okay. Well, you guys will see it this week.
Okay.
I had to go to the church website and everything, girl. First Lady Jordan. Okay. And First Lady Jordan might be 20 now, and her husband's like damn 65.
Okay. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
girl, there's so much going on out here. I mean, how old is Ricky Smiley? In his 50s or is he
I
60?
think he's not 60. I want to say he's probably like my mother's age, like 57. I think he's like he's not that old. I
Yeah.
think he's like 57. So he's still young
Yeah.
enough to handle whatever business he thinks he can handle. And but
He's
he just
54.
oh
Someone's
he's
saying 54. So let's just say he's in his 50s. Let's split the middle. Someone's saying 54, someone's saying 51, 56. He's in his
56.
50s. Let's put
Okay.
it this way.
Okay.
And allegedly, the lady might be in her late 30s, close to 40. At the end of the day, as far as the age is concerned, I don't, you know what I mean? It's not really relevant because men do date the spectrum of ages. I just think it's weird about these children. Um all of a sudden he's uncle, he's Mr., he's mom's good friend, and now he's daddy.
It's
That's
very weird. It's
different, right?
absolutely strange. Yes.
And then the kids are crawling all over his neck. And let's listen to the man. Let's listen to this real quick. This is allegedly what the celebrity allegations is going on here. Ricky Smiley is now being accused of fathering twin girls and keeping it quiet because the alleged mother is his side chick and was allegedly 17 when they started kicking it. That's what they're saying. I don't know if that's true or not. That's what it's on this post. Let's hear what Sir is saying.
Wicked. And it triggered me, man. Like, I'll never get over that situation. For 5 years, man, they knew. For 5 years. The mama in on it, the grandma in on it, and the real victims are those twin girls and her oldest daughter. And he been calling her his daughter too, man. It's so crazy, man, but they don't understand. Man, that situation for me, man. It destroyed me. It destroyed everything I had going on. Mentally, I was shot. And when I found out about them having they going on, that's when she started trying to pull the girls from me and trying to manipulate everybody and saying, oh, Nehemiah don't take care of his kids and all that shit like that. Her and the mama just trying to keep covering. Nehemiah, you the dad, you the dad. You the dad, them your girls, come take care of your girls. Having her dust at home girls, harassing me, and got her, even her brother just passed away, they died. And before he died, he was mad at me. He was mad at me thinking I was some hate. And that whole time, bro, I'm like, so I'm trying to be there. I'm trying to fight for my kids. And she just appreciate y'all for listening out to me, man. Cause watching that video is so disgusting. It's wicked. And it triggered me, man. Like, I'll never get over that situation. For 5 years, man, they knew. For 5 years. The mama in on it, the grandma in on it, And the real victims are those twin girls and her oldest daughter. And he been calling her
Okay,
his
let
daughter too,
me
man. It's so
let
crazy.
me see if I can find a longer version of this video because it looks like it was a little bit pared down some. Hold on one second. So
Well,
Vicky,
she got a tape.
she has a tape. You talking about the mama?
Yeah, she's got a tape because they look very similar.
Oh, she has a type. I got
Yes.
you. A type. Okay. I was like a tape. I'm sorry. I thought you said a tape. I was like, wait, a tape. Okay. But yeah, she definitely likes a brother with some glasses, a certain kind of look. Yes.
Yes.
I hear you. Um all right, so what else are I mean, were you surprised by this? Were you like, "Oh my god,
No,
he
because
says he's going to talk about it on the show tomorrow." So,
we don't care. Like, okay, as far as I know, he when my cousin was messing with him, he had multiple women that he was messing around with.
mhm.
Eventually, you're gonna slip up with one. He does
Mm,
enjoy being a father, though. So he may again this him being just a baby daddy to all these random kids may not be like in his the appropriate thing for his image is what I mean,
mhm.
so that's probably
Right.
why he's not coming forth. And it could be something could have just happened where some business came out and it's like, well, I know these kids are yours, so I'm going to come forth and put you out there if you don't say that these kids are yours. Or
Mhm.
maybe there is a rating slump or something. Maybe something triggered him
Sell
to,
some books and things
yeah.
like that.
But he is he's a whore. I mean,
Ah!
he likes his women. He likes them. He likes to have multiple, and he pays to play. He is a grumpy old man. But he loves and he enjoys being a father. From my understanding, he's a good friend. Um, he's like I said, he still keeps up with my older cousin, her mother, and he invites her to barbecue, takes her to church. Like, I mean, she's been all around him. So he's a nice guy, but with his women, he doesn't really respect women much.
Mm.
It's just I'm paying you, I'm taking care of you. Don't give me no attitude.
Mm.
You gonna
So
get
you
all this
gotta, yeah,
attitude.
he wants a certain type of time and a certain type of experience. So that's what he's paying for. No
Pretty,
drama, just kind of fun, girlfriend benefits as a friend.
he
He wants
wants to.
friends with girlfriend benefits.
Right, that's it. But he just makes sure you taken care of. If you want this, okay, this, give me this. It's very much transactional with him. But you will deal with his attitude if you're going to mess with him. And he tried to slip back in and took her out to lunch, and that didn't work out. She wasn't into it. But as far as the kids go, I would be inclined to believe that all of those kids are his, the younger ones, because he loves being a father. He loves child rearing. He
And
has the money
he
now.
must care a lot what people think. So, which
Yes.
okay. I mean, you're on social media, so we get it. Um and that's it. So yeah, no, I get it. I guess we're going to see how this unfolds, you
Girl,
know.
girl, I don't
Um
care.
I
I
just
know
think
he.
it's weird. I just think it's weird. I don't care as much like, oh, it's earth shattering. It's this interesting dynamic to make a decision. Like I said, he really could have just introduced these kids and just kept it moving. You know what I mean? Like it's not
He
really
just. I mean,
it's
if he popped out one day and said, "Oh, these my twin girls,"
mhm.
if he was at an event, yeah, these are my two daughters, and people would just be like, "Oh, okay,
Yeah, like
that's
it would be the same conversation happening right now with less with a like a little bit less just because it would just be like, "Oh, well, okay, that's interesting," or um I don't know. I think it's still the conversation would come up because people are nosy, right? And people are going to be curious.
well."
But I think it's still it's whatever, you know.
I think it's the church community, like someone just
Hmm.
said. It doesn't fit in his because he does administer the word a lot, and He talks a lot about God and everything. And God, from my understanding, the Bible doesn't preach you just going around sowing your seed and not, not being locked down. He's just, if you're dropping loads and everybody, and you're having babies here and there and everywhere. Yes, you might be taking care of your kids, but it's still a broken home nonetheless. It doesn't
Right.
speak like the Christian values that he preaches. So that's probably why he is not coming forth so quickly with these children, because he's had Grayson since what Grayson was before he turned 1, right?
Mm.
I
Uh,
remember watching him during lockdown.
I know he's talked about him a lot, but I don't keep up with him enough to know that Grayson's like a permanent fixture all the time. So if he's raising him like 365 and it's more the rule that he's there versus not there, I mean,
And I think because I remember it was Grayson and it was the actual granddaughter. Like I think one of his daughters had a child, and um, they were playing together. But the little granddaughter wasn't there the whole time. So because I thought, oh, maybe he just takes care of he wants all of his grandkids living in the house with him. But now that these kids have come out, okay, so he wants all of his kids. He would want all of his kids with him because I believe he's had a heavy hand in raising all of his children. He doesn't want any of his kids coming out saying that he was an absentee father.
mhm.
So that's it. That's all I got. Thank you for letting me come up.
Of course. Thank you, Vicky. See you
Thanks. Bye
later.
bye.
Have a good evening.
You
Okay.
too.
All right. Okay, guys. I'm sure this is, we'll hear more about this. I mean, look, this is not world news. This is on some Sir came out with a story that doesn't make sense, and people are questioning like what's the deal? And he's going to talk about it. This is also it. The more he talks, the more the truth will eventually come out, either through like the secrets and the lies and all of that kind of stuff. It's just better to tell the truth and leave it at that, rather than trying to come up with something that sounds good that people are going to question and say doesn't make sense. That's all I'm saying. I think that it is being questioned because people are smart and people know that um it doesn't like the story that you're giving is not giving. The story you're giving it's not giving, and people are asking questions because it doesn't add up, right? That's it. As far as the girls being cute and the all of that, I mean, obviously, and again, at the end of the day, they're your kids. Whether they're cute or not really is not relevant to most people, because those are your kids to raise, your babies. And the fact that they're so cute, I mean, we need to kind of get away with putting kids' value at their attractiveness. You know what I'm saying? Just like how we kind of make a value judgment on someone and how they look, if they're attractive or not. The kids being cute and the kids being this or that doesn't make them any more or less valuable. They're children and they should be respected as human beings who are being raised up by a fugazi daddy who is making up a fukaka story about the origin story is stupid. Okay. I'm just saying the origin story doesn't make sense. And the fact that they're cute and all that stuff doesn't make them more valuable than the next kids. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, nobody cares. You know what I'm saying? They're your kids to feed, clothe, and keep safe. And part of keeping them safe is to come up with a better story. Okay. Okay, we're gonna leave it at that. Anyway, guys, I'm not gonna hold y'all. I might come back. But you more than likely we're getting ready. It's a school night. Tomorrow's school again, right? And so if I don't see you guys tonight, you might catch me on Love Lies and Lace Fronts. More than likely it'll be tomorrow at lunchtime. Okay. This was fun. I'm glad we had a chance to talk about it a little bit. I feel like I left some things out, but thank you, Vicky, for calling in. I appreciate it. And thank you for those of you guys who sent a super. Yesterday, I didn't realize some of you guys sent me Cash Apps, and that was really nice. Thank you so much. I didn't see them until after, but I sent you some manicure emojis so you guys know that I got them. So thank you for that. It was definitely very much appreciated. You guys have a wonderful evening. Hit the like button on your way out, and we'll resume this conversation tomorrow. Tomorrow I will make it my business to listen at 8:22 and hear what Sir has to say, and we'll either put this to bed or we will have some more questions for the new Mr. Drummond, the new Different Strokes, the new, what you talking about, Ricky, Ricky, the daddy, and Sir, who's running for Daddy of the Year. We'll have some more questions for Sir. We'll either like, girl, or it'll be like, excuse me. Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to let you guys go. Have a good evening. Bye.